Holy shit, dude! What is going on, guys? My name is the Real Tourette Gamer, and welcome back to another episode of my map guide series, where I go over spawn points, map positioning, secret lines of sight, and Russian routes. So sit back and relax, as today we're gonna go over the map, Pointe Du Hoc. So looking at the spawn points, the areas highlighted in red are domination and TDM, the areas highlighted in purple are added domination points, and the area highlighted in orange is a TDM spawn that has been removed. Now, just like in every one of my map guide videos, I am going to show you the spawn points in actual gameplay. This right here is the east bunker. This is going to be a TDM and a domination spawn. A little forward behind the A flag here is the East Beach Lookout. This is an added domination spawn, and just a little bit forward in between these bullet penetrated cylinder things, also on the East Beach Lookout is another spawn for TDM and domination. Now, as we make our way into the middle right of the map, this is the point. This is going to be an added domination spawn. When we make our way to the other side of the map, this is the West Bunker. This is also a spawn in TDM and domination. And if we move forward a little bit at the West Cliff Slide, this is also a domination and a TDM spot. Now moving over to the seaside, inside this house is going to be a TDM and a domination spawn. To the right of this house is going to be an added domination spawn, and there's going to be one more added domination spawn right behind this hay wagon. Now the final spawn is going to be a TDM and a domination spawn over here on the east cliffside to the right of the barn. Now there are a lot of spawn points on this map, so please use caution and be careful when maneuvering around the map. Now let's get into playstyle. The playstyle that I recommend varies with the class. As you can see here, I actually have 7 classes that are ideal for this map. So let's go over them really quick. The first 3 are Russian classes. You play very aggressive, you know, going around the map and just going ham, going into the spawns, just running and gunning. The first Russian class setup I have is an airborne class setup, and I have the Type 100. I actually have the blue sky on, an epic variant, and I have quick draw, advanced rifling, and I'm using gunslinger. I want to be able to hip fire right off of sprint before I ADS. Quick draw is kind of broken. I still put quick draw on it to add to the effect, and advanced rifling is mainly because I'm going to be using suppressor, so I want to even out the damage for the range. And for the secondary, I'm using the 1911 with extended mags, and I'm using a sticky. The second rush class setup is pretty much the exact same thing, except for the gun is the grease gun. I'm using the brandy, and instead of advanced rifling, I have rapid fire on it because the range is pretty decent. And this grease gun, the fire rate isn't all too great, but if you put rapid fire on it, it goes to 8. I have the same basic training, the same secondary, and the same sticky bomb. And the third Russian class setup, I have the PPSH-41, I have the quick draw, the advanced rifling, the gunslinger, same secondary, and same sticky. Now, the next class setup is my more passive and map control. If you want to just control one area of the map or play a little passive, this is a great class setup. I'm using the infantry division, and I have the STG-44, which in my opinion is the best assault rifle now that the bar got nerfed. I'm using the shingles variant. I believe it's an epic. And I'm using quick draw, grip, advanced rifling, and rapid fire. And you see with all those stats I put on, the range goes up to 8, the accuracy goes up to 9, and the fire rate goes up to 11. So you can melt people with this gun. If accuracy is not a problem, I suggest putting extended mags on. It'll give you 15 extra rounds in your ammo. I'm using obviously the Prime basic training perk, the same secondary, and the same sticky grenade. This next one is a shotgun class. This one I love to rush around. It's just like the SMGs. going into the spawns, going into mid-map, running and gunning with the shotgun. I'm using airborne because I want to be able to move as fast as I could. I'm using the gunslinger so I can hip fire. A lot of times you want to hip fire with the shotgun, and that's why I got advanced rifling and steady aim on. You can hip fire, and with the range, it moves up to 7. So that is ideal. You can hip fire from a great distance. Same secondary and same lethal. This next class setup is a camping class setup. Like I said, I don't do too much camping, but I know I got some subscribers out there that do camp. I got the expeditionary division, and if you guys watched my episode on how to play Gustav Cannon, you know I use this because I rock 2 mines, and every time you get a kill with it, you can pick up another mine. So you basically are going to have 2 mines the whole game to watch different little entryways of the door. And with that, you need the concussed basic training. I'm using the Type 100 just because I love the Type 100. This time I'm using the blue sky, and I got quick draw and I got rapid fire. And the last one is for all you quick scopers and snipers out there. I'm rocking the infantry division, and the reason I'm rocking this one is just so I can get the extra magazines, the rifle bayonet, and the move, and pretty much stock, so I can move faster when I'm ADSing. Just in case I'm in a long range or a medium range snipe. And I got the torpedo, which is the Kar 98K, and I got extended mags, rapid fire, and I got ballistic on. Extended mags just to, give me a lot more ammo, and I got rapid fire just to get the shots off a little bit quicker. I'm using hustle for a basic training perk just to reload faster, and I'm using the same secondary and lethal. So now that we got class setups and play styles taken care of, let's go in and show you some Russian routes now. So if you spawn A, what I like to do is I like to come here through the lookout, go right through the main bunker, and there's 2 options from here. One, I come over here and I head glitch this, and I wait for the enemies to come over here. Or what I'll do, and instead of going that way, I will come up here, and I'll come up and I'll wait for them to come this way. Now if you want to go left, you go through here to the east cliffside, and you have 2 options. Well, you have 3 options. One, you can make this right here, go through the east trench, and what I like to do is I like to head glitch behind here and kind of watch this little bunker right here to the left. Another thing you can do is come up here and kind of watch the barn. Some people will come through this way, or if you don't want to go all the way in, you can hop back here, crouch down, and you can head glitch this barrel, and you can get people from the barn, and you can get people from this east trench right there. Now if you want to rush mid, or if you want to cap B right off the bat, what I do is come up here, go through here in the east trench, and basically it's obvious you just want to head glitch behind here or head glitch behind here. But there's also another way. If you don't want to pull up all the way to begin, I come up here on this little basin right here, this, the east trench battery, and I'll head glitch this, and I'll get people trying to cap B right off the bat. Now if I spawn seaside, I don't push all the way up just yet. I come right here to these barrels, and I head glitch, and I get people coming from the main bunker. Now you can also go this way, the west trench, and obviously counteract the opening route or the Russian route that I showed you from A. Now I don't suggest rushing through the middle or the south bunker on C spawn. So what I like to do, another route, is I come over here to the barn. If I come over here to the barn, I like to hop on here, crouch down, and pick people off that are coming from the A side from this way. Now that we got Russian routes out of the way, let's talk about map control. Now there's 3 areas of the map I like to control. One is this west cliff slide. As you can see, you can watch right on C. You can watch this right area by the south bunker and this left area by the main bunker. And you can also watch this left area right here. Another area that I like to control the map by is right here at the point. From here you can watch right by the west cliff slide, and you can watch left by A. And you can even come up here and head glitch these just to get a better cover point. And the last area that I like to control is this area right here, the east bunker. From here, you can watch A to defend it, and you can also use this MG42. You will actually get more extra points if you get kills with it. You can also watch this area right here, and this area right here. You can also, like I said, from the Russian route, you can head glitch this right here, and you can head glitch this right here. And I suggest using an assault rifle, like I said earlier in the video when we were talking about ideal class setups. So that part of the map is for map control. This part of the map is for camping, in my opinion. There's honestly only 2 places you can camp on this map. This map is pretty much all close quarters. So one of the places is this barn right here, and obviously you put, I don't have a mine on me, but you put a mine in this doorway and in this doorway. And what I like to do is I like to come up here and watch this window. And then obviously the final camping spot is the farmhouse. Put a trip mine right there. Put a trip mine right there. And what I like to do is I like to come upstairs. You get a great look at C, so you can defend it. And you get a great look at anyone coming from the barn. Now let's talk about some cool lines of sight that I have found. The first one is kind of sketchy. It's not ideal, but you can get on top of this rock right here, and you can ADS from over there. And from over there, they're not going to be able to see you on that rock, so you can pick them off as they come in, trying to attack C. Just be aware that you're kind of open in the back if they come through the farmhouse. But another spot is if you turn to the right, you get a good look over there in the grassland over by the barn. You can pick people off just like that too. So this rock has 2 different spots to it, and they're both ideal, and you're kind of hidden. Now another spot to defend C, you know, you can stand right here, but you know you're kind of in the open right here. I mean, you can get picked off. So what I like to do is I like to come over here, and this kind of wooden railing right here, I like to jump up on it, and you can move over and you can get a great look at C and people trying to capture it. Now still looking at C, if you want to be able to defend it without being you know, in the open, there's 2 spots right here that you can go to. The first one is this the hay little wagon. What you want to do is you want to jump on these little wood on the wooden little pallet things, and from here you just look left just like that, and boom, pick them off. And if you come over here to the right, you can get a good look at people coming through that little bunker right there. You know, it's kind of hard to see, but if you have something maybe like lookout on, you can pick them off just like that. And the other spot is all the way back here. Hop onto here, and you can come over here to the right and get a good look at people on C. You're kind of far away, so they might not look this way. Now let's say you're attacking C, and you know someone's over there in the farmhouse. Now you can go up here, challenge them, but you know you're kind of open. You can come up here, you're kind of open. You can come down here, you're kind of open. What I like to do is I'm coming into the farmhouse, and just make sure you stay behind this right here. Hop up on it, move up a little bit, and prone down, and you can pick them off just like that. Now heading over to the east cliff side, a nice line of sight over here is if you got people over there on the main bunker balcony. That is a hot spot. Everybody goes there, and you don't want to challenge them from the battery here, because this is the first spot they're going to look. A great spot to challenge them from is this back barrel right here. Just hop on it, crouch down, and you can pick them off just like that. And just a heads up, these 2 barrels right here is a nice check spot for the south bunker right there. Now moving through the east trench, a nice line of sight is coming up on here. And from here you can look at the left part of the balcony over on the main bunker, and you can also look through the tunnel coming from A if you have people trying to cap A or defend it or coming through right there. Now coming here in B mid-map is a little check spot I use. I don't stay here for long. What you can do is check to see if anyone's in the south bunker. You can hop to see if anyone's coming through the east trench. You can check the balconies, and you can check over here. This right here is a nice line of sight. You can get people trying to go after B from that way. And a heads up, I missed this one. These barrels, these 4 barrels, this is a great line of sight. If you move to the left a little bit, you get a look at the left balcony over on the main bunker, and you can even look into parts of B. So if you have a sniper, you can pick them off, and it also makes for a great check spot if you got people over there in the bunker by A. You can just jump up and you can see if they're in there. Now coming from the west cliffside, if you have people on the balcony, you can come over here and challenge them, but this is going to be the first place they look. What you can do to counteract that is come on top of here on the west trench, hug this little airplane right here, and pick people off right there, right there, and even look through that doorway inside the main bunker. Back at the hay wagon, I wanted to save this for last because I think it's one of the most unique and coolest lines of sight. If you got someone at C, or if you're defending C, or if there's someone's there, I told you about these options. I told you about the option back there. Another one you can do is if you secretly make your way over here, you can prone down, come over here and get a great look at C this way. I just think this is really cool, guys. Anyways, that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up for this map guide on Pointe Du Hoc. We went over spawn points, we went over Russian routes, we went over camping spots, map control, and some cool lines of sight. And we also did class setups. Let me know in the comment section if any of the class setups work for you. Let me know if they didn't work for you guys. And we will see you back with another episode on my map guide series. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you watch the previous video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you guys have a nice day.